heavy as possible to deal with the Hylissang ganks, and Broxah actually caught out here as IgNar gets him behind the tower. Abbedagge flashes across the wall. Broxah going to be shielded up. IgNar pops the Odoamne, but Broxah's still very healthy. IgNar caught underneath the tower here, charmed up as well, and Fnatic react.
I hope that swaps from Odo too, but there we go. I think that they did manage to get the superior jungle matchup, and that's really what I wanted. I wanted IgNar to be unlocked. I want Memento to have...
Rakan, to me, that spells the lane that you should try to play through.
Oh, Bwipo just wins 1v1 though.
And you don't need to play through a lane that's just stomping anyway. We talked about
he's
it.
been able to keep track of what Memento has been up to. And again, look at all this vision being set up around Nemesis and towards the bottom half of the map. He's basically saying, you know what? I can keep you safe. You play as aggressively as you want. We'll be nice and happy as I say that.
Nemesis gets chained up, the Ignite comes out as well. IgNar there in time. Memento with the first kill of the game for Schalke. You have Nemesis just for options. Actually, it looks like Hylissang is going towards the Zeeks here, but it's gone double cloth armor to start it off. So getting himself as armor heavy as possible to deal with the Hylissang ganks, and Broxah actually caught out here as IgNar gets him behind the tower. Abbedagge flashes across the wall. Broxah going to be shielded up. IgNar pops the Odoamne, but Broxah's still very healthy. IgNar caught underneath the tower here, charmed up as well, and Fnatic react properly to a fight. Looks like it was a kill in the top lane as well, as Bwipo just takes down Odo in the 1v1.
So while Schalke, beautiful stuff, and now more fighting.
Teleport coming in here though. It looks like Bwipo's going to be the one to join the fight. As Nemesis first. There's the Requiem as well, as Memento goes down to about half HP. Bwipo's actually teleporting back to base.
Engaging, here comes Abbedagge.
Abbedagge behind them. Schalke trying to find an answer to this early Fnatic pressure. There's the teleport in from Bwipo. Abbedagge, the one caught out. He jumps back. Teleport. Bwipo looking for the knockup. Memento needs to dodge away, but he can't dodge from that. Bwipo on a killing spree. 3-0 now on this job.
Bwipo having a monster of a game, kind of putting Fnatic on his back right now, proving that he doesn't need resources.
Afterwards, and burn a couple of flashes. Broxah now reaping the benefits of his incredibly strong top lane, will take this Rift Herald. I want to just have a quick look at exactly how far ahead Bwipo is after this fight happens, because IgNar coming in. Nemesis steals away the ultimate. Rift Herald down to about 3,000 HP. Schalke still looking to make plays if they can. Rift Herald so low. Memento looking for the steal. Don't quite see if he gets that, but Hylissang jumps up towards the other side. Upset jumps into the back line though. Already Nemesis down. Memento shortly to follow. You have to feel, but already Fnatic are just surrounded by 4 members of Schalke here. Not in a good spot at all. Broxah has to run away. Bwipo will fall to Upset. That's the shutdown for him. And that is a very good collapse from Schalke.
Schalke end up finding a bunch of kills, ends up being a 1-for-2, but while all that is happening, Rekkles has been sitting bot lane and securing a tower. He ends up getting a number of plays. I don't know if he managed to get it. What? Okay, Hylissang in these team fights. Speaking of, we now have Fnatic grouped up as 5 in the mid. Bot has been pushed in, and Upset is catching the wave top, which means that there is no one to answer this siege from Fnatic, and they may be able to secure 2 turrets.
Well, they'll definitely get the first. Probably would have liked to get a little bit more damage down, because the Rift Herald would have not taken any damage itself. The Requiem used here just to force them away, looking for that second tower, as you say. Odoamne has the flank potential. Upset there as well, on his way to join the fight. But Schalke, oh, Abbedagge is going to go all the way in, just ruin it straight away. What were you doing? You can't do that. Memento caught out here as well. We'll just get chased away from by Fnatic, but
Schalke
that was
actually making
weak
their way up towards the top side of the map. Very little vision on the side of Fnatic. Ooh, and Hylissang.
Yeah, he can't face check into that. Hylissang kick back. Upset jumps in. Good route from Rekkles to stop Abbedagge, but chains to where the blast cone is to make sure they couldn't get flanked by Odoamne if they go for the Baron.
But you'll notice, you know, you talked about it earlier in the Misfits Vitality game, there are no outer towers down yet for Fnatic, which means that it's impossible for Schalke to push past the river, which means Baron control is pretty much impossible because they can never gain priority on mid. So Fnatic don't actually have to rush anything because they know that Bwipo just has so much pressure on a side lane, they're just waiting for Schalke to either mess up and position poorly or make a mistake that they can then quickly punish and then convert it into an objective, or again, they might just force the objective to force Schalke to come to them.
Well, you know, Schalke are a relatively good reactive team. They're very quick at reacting to what their enemies do. So Fnatic will be aware of that and probably will be a little bit cautious as to just like hard forcing a Baron or hard forcing a fight. They're playing around these windows that you talk about. And the game, it always settles into a kind of a little bit of a lull around this point of the game, right? Because Fnatic don't have to hard force anything. They don't have to be too aggressive with the way they make plays. They're happy just to wait things out. And
I think they
Schalke,
could now, though.
Yeah.
Now is the point in time. Because just have a look at the items. GA now finished for the Jarvan. Lichbane is now done for Nemesis. Surprise, he's going more of the aggro build rather than defensive one. But you also have 3 items done on Rekkles. And you have the Morello completed on... Well, it's more to do with the fact that level 13 on the Karthus. So now, let's force something, Fnatic. Let's see what you can do. Because I think now is the prime time to actually create an opportunity for yourself.
Right, trying to force onto IgNar. Hylissang does have the quickness here, but just trying to get that Alistar low, and then we'll set up towards the top side. Get mid priority, push out the wave, and then clear out all this vision once again. We did see there Schalke 0 and 4 when they've been behind at the 15-minute mark. 0 and 3 in the second half of the split. Yet to win a game this half. Abbedagge caught out, has to flash. Respect to Hylissang with that ultimate.
Didn't have his ultimate up, so he didn't have the second dash. Now Fnatic have full vision control. You can see that they're actually just sacrificing farm on the bot side as Bwipo gets engaged on.
Straight on towards Bwipo. Memento jumping away. IgNar low as well as Pop the ultimate is quite tanky. Quickness comes out from Hylissang. Full use from Odoamne. IgNar goes down. Fnatic now in a 5v4 pitch situation. Abbedagge jumps in again, but still not really doing that much. Just chipping away Fnatic.
And we talked about it. This is the time when Fnatic want to try and force something. They find the first pick onto IgNar. He now doesn't have his ultimate available and will be dead for 20 seconds. And so Fnatic will now force the Baron. There is no vision in this area of the map. Schalke have to check blind, and they're checking into a level 15 Bwipo that's hungry for blood.
Nemesis chases onto Odoamne. That's the Requiem as well, used by the Karthus. That's one down. Broxah on a killing spree. Odo dies as well. Memento trying to get in, but he's gone. And Fnatic clean up house, take down the
We have to give so much props to this man in the top lane, Bwipo. The fact that he built these early game leads, the fact that he was so strong on the job, and the amount of pressure that he generated in the side lane is so a big part of why Fnatic is even in this position in the first place.
Now just pushing down this mid inhib as well. They're going to break open the base of Schalke. Still 8 seconds left on Abbedagge, 10 on Odoamne. Schalke in all kinds of pain now as Fnatic just open up their base. Inhib down in mid.
Unfortunately cannot handle him as he continues to push.
A long way away from 4 items on that planet.
Yep, a long way away indeed. And Nemesis will once again steal away IgNar's ultimate. And here we are. They're breaking into the base. Another fight happens in top lane.
Yeah, Odoamne just getting chunked out by Bwipo. We'll be able to survive. The Hemoplague heals him up as well, but already the inhibitor down in this bottom side. Fnatic knocking on the door. Looking for that 6th win of the split. Upset engaged on the Requiem comes out as well. Upset trying to survive. Will get chased back to his fountain, but all of the inhibitors are down, and Fnatic don't really care about the kills. All they see is the Nexus, a triple charm into knockup. They're going to clean this one up. The Nexus goes down, and Fnatic get their 6th win of the season.
One step closer to playoffs for Fnatic, and this was a very clean game.
You make me